guys, maybe you're watching this right now and you're like, I have come to the end of my full-time traditional 9 to 5 job and I'm ready to make the leap into full-time freelancing. But before you make the leap, make sure you watch this video. This video is very important if right now that is the stage of decision you are in. Welcome back to the Creative Beam Corner. My name is Blessing and this is the channel where work from home moms and ladies come to get tips and actionable strategies on how to make the work from home life work for them, be it freelancing or a remote work arrangement. So without wasting much time, let's dive into today's video. So the first thing I would say is that, and I always emphasize this because it is important to know what is motivating every decision that you make, is understand why it's time for you to make this shift. So it could be that, okay, you are having like you have like a change in your personal commitment, family commitment, or maybe it is that you want to diversify your income, and that by diversifying your income you want to spread across, work with different clients, work with different industries. Maybe it seems like, okay, now your full-time job is no more serving you and you want to transition fully into another field. I want to do that through full-time freelancing. Why am I listing reasons like this? So your reason might be different from this, but I'm listing reasons like this because it is better for you to have a concrete motivation so that this can always keep you focused as you are working towards leaving your full-time job. So your reason shouldn't be something like, oh, because I'm doing it, or because, oh, I saw someone doing it and they're making more money and me too, let me go let me start doing it. If you are having like reasons like that and that's going to make you switch, by the time that the things that always happen with life, business, career start happening, whereby you're having ebbs and flows, you might get to a point where you feel like you're regretting your decision, or you feel like you made the move too fast, or you shouldn't have made the move at all. So it's very important for you to be clear on what is driving this shift, just so that you can stay focused on the goal. Okay, so with that said, let's start looking at the things that you can do before you make the big leap from a 9 to 5 full-time 9 to 5 traditional role into full-time freelancing. One, I would say start freelancing while you're still employed. I have a video dedicated to how you can work in your full-time job and have a part-time freelance career, so you can check it out. I'm going to link it for you. I went into more detail in that, but just to briefly mention some points is the fact that doing that allows you to test the waters, allow you to see if freelancing is something you want to commit to fully. The second thing that also does for you is that it gives you the opportunity for you to freelance without giving up your full-time job, putting yourself under undue pressure, and it also gives you time to build clientele, to establish some relationships, have like sample work to show, build your online portfolio and all of that, so that by the time you transition out, you already have a foundation that you have built. So that is one thing I want you to do. The second thing that I also want you to do is ensure that you have assessed your financial situation. I am not a financial advisor, but I would advise that as much as possible, if you have like 3 isn't too short, but it's what you try, 3 to 6 months, if it's possible to even have a year, that's awesome, of savings. So what would this do is that you have money that can take care of basic things, or maybe emergency funds just in case, so that in that way it doesn't now feel like you left your job with no savings, and then while you are waiting for work to come in, needs start coming in, and then there's just a lot of pressure around. So make sure that you budget wisely, you cut on some expenses and make some adjustments that are needed. For someone, it could be that you're moving back with mommy and daddy if you're not married, so that you save on housing or housing rent. So it just depends on what makes sense at the moment, just to ensure that you are not on due financial pressure when you make the shift. Okay, the next thing is that I want you to go ahead and develop and improve your skills. So those skills that you have learned, it's not a one and done thing. You don't say, okay, so I have taken courses in I've used graphic design as an example a lot, so let me look for another skill, virtual assistance. I've taken courses in virtual assistance, so for this year and that's it, I don't need to learn anything again. You don't do that. You need to know that continuous improvement is very important, especially as the world keeps evolving, technology keeps getting smarter and all of that. You always need to ensure you're one step ahead, you're competitive, because these days you're not only competing against the next person in the room or the next freelancer out there, it's also feels like you're competing against technology and all of that. So you have to ensure that you continuously improve your skills so that you can position yourself well and keep selling yourself better. All right. Now, another thing is have a transition plan. I've already spoken about the fact that you should assess your financial situation. That is also part of your transition plan, because you never know. You could stop working at a full-time job today and then within a few days or weeks you already have gigs coming in. You could stop working today and might take a little bit more time. You don't know what you don't know, and everybody's journey is different. Because Bolu resigned today and then within a week or two she already has gigs per in a way, does not mean if Fisayo resigns today it will take her a week. It might take Fisayo shorter, it might take Fisayo some months, it might even take her year. So it's typically different. Everyone's journey is different. So just ensure that you have a good transition plan. Finances is one of your transition plans. The second part that you also want to plan while you're transitioning is that you want to take time and then pause and be like, okay, how am I going to go about this? Timing is what I'm talking about. What time am I going to set for this? Maybe you're like, okay, by December this year I'm going to quit my full-time job. When you have a target date, it allows you to focus your efforts on that date. It allows you to then know, okay, how much do I need to save between now and December to ensure that I have my basic needs covered when I resign. That is, if it's 3 months, if it takes me 6 months or more to find my first gig, I don't think it will take you that long, but like I said, everyone's journey is different. But if it's going to take me this couple of months, how much do I need to save between now and December for me to ensure that I am ready? It's also going to let you know the different preparation you need to do skills wise. You're like, okay, so how well have I started honing these skills? What other things do I need to make myself? And then another thing that I also want you to consider is the fact that, okay, so have I prepared mentally for this? That is a big thing. Mental preparation is also big because, like I said, freelancing has its ups and downs. Let's be real, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. So it has ups and downs. It has its periods where things are going great and some periods where things are like just like the waves. So mental preparation as well, acknowledging, knowing that when it comes to a period where work is not coming in, if you don't feel like your life is over, no. And when it comes to a time where work is coming in a lot, you are not just living life as it goes. You are always planning ahead, both financially and also both in how you go after clients and apply for more gigs. Do you understand? Once you have done that, I want you to build a professional brand. And that is the part where you ensure you have an online portfolio. You understand, you take advantage of the social media platform that is relevant to the industry that you want to target. So that could be X or Instagram or LinkedIn. Have a presence there, so that you don't feel isolated. Look for communities of people that are probably in the same journey that you are, or have even gone ahead of you a little bit. Join the community so you don't feel isolated. You can get encouragement, you can learn. Ensure that you also connect with people, not just because you just want to sell on Instagram or on LinkedIn or on X. Like, okay, let me connect with this person, and then once they accept your connection, they follow you back, you just send that a DM and say, so I'm this, hire me for this. No, many times you're just doing that so that you can start building connections, networking, and all of that. So that is all part of your professional brand because you are still a professional. Then the next thing that you need to do, which is the big step, is take the leap. So you have done all of this, you have planned your jump, because before you leap you have to plan your jump. So you have planned your jump, you have set a date and everything. Now the date has come. Take the leap. And how do you take the leap? Resign professionally as much as possible. Don't ensure that there is no burnt bridges as much as possible. Context might differ in some cases, where I've heard some people like toxic work environment, toxic bosses, where no matter how much they try to make it go well. The separation didn't go as much, but as much as it go as well, but as much as possible, ensure there are no burnt bridges. Why? Because you never know when a former colleague or a former boss can become your client tomorrow, or can even refer you to someone. Okay, I have like heard an experience of someone where him and his colleagues were working at a particular company. He later left and started his own business. Some years down the line, his other colleagues started their own business, and then when they needed someone to consult, guess who they thought of first? Him. And why did they think of him? The way he left, he didn't leave in a way like, oh, I'm done now, everybody, you can go to blazes. No, he left professionally. He ensured that, things ended on a good note. The word is big, but at the same time it can be so small. All right, so these are the things that I want you to keep in mind as you are planning your transition from your traditional 9 to 5 to working from home as a freelancer full-time. Okay, so I hope this has been worth your while. If you have questions, drop your comments below. Let me know, if you have decided that this is a step you want to take, why you want to take this step, why now. Okay, so I'm waiting for you in the comments, and don't forget to switch on the notification bell and subscribe so that you don't miss my next video coming up. So this one is a little bit more interesting that is coming up. I'm going to be talking about, now you're working from home for a while, whether as a freelancer or having a remote career, and you're like, it's time to go back to the office. What do you do? This next video is for you. Bye.